Hello, thank you for taking the time to be here today, and I hope you will find this presentation informative. As of the 2021 census, 122,494 people were reported to be living in Australia who are categorised as homeless. Comparatively, there are approximately 13 million spare bedrooms in the country that sit unused. Homelessness dramatically worsens the quality of life for those who experience it. There is little hope for any future prospects, including basic living expenses. Risk of illness and even death is much greater than normal due to factors like malnutrition, lack of medication, lack of sanitation, and lack of warmth. Homelessness is a plight that no person should ever be forced to endure, and so efforts to end it are of the utmost importance. Such efforts present an opportunity for social enterprise to assist those in need. With such an abundance of livable space available, there is a clear solution to minimizing the number of people who suffer so needlessly. Social issues such as homelessness are characteristic for both their complexity and their apparent persistence. If there were an easy solution to the problem, then it would not continue to endure, in spite of universal support for resolution. A social enterprise approach, however, offers more than one avenue to solve a problem. In addition to whatever good or service it provides, profits are reinvested into further assistance to a social cause. Furthermore, the way in which profits are utilized sets social enterprise apart from traditional business models. A social issue carries a degree of seriousness, such that profiting from its existence at all can raise moral questions. However, by taking profits made and redirecting them back into solving the problem, it is clear that making money is not the overarching goal. Such a strategy is only appropriate for an issue that so severely impacts the lives of others and necessitates the greatest sympathy and selflessness. The business will function by offering homeless people a place to live and homeowners an opportunity for some extra income through the use of our app. There is a consistent demand for housing and a consistently high number of spare rooms in Australia. The purpose of this business is to utilise an excess of unused living space in order to alleviate homelessness, solving two problems at the same time. Homeowners with a spare room will be put into contact with the nearest identified homeless person via the use of our app. Our role is that of an intermediary party to connect customers with a common interest in assisting those less fortunate in their local communities. Critical to consider is the admittedly limited funds that a homeless person can be expected to have. Government assistance afforded to homeless people is the main avenue expected to account for rent payments in this business. Similarly, rent costs via this scheme will be limited strictly to what is reasonably affordable to someone who is reliant on existing assistance programs. In this way, the business functions in conjunction with other efforts to end homelessness. And as a social enterprise, profits will be made by taking a percentage of rent paid and will be used firstly to pay employees, with all of the remainder going into further assistance. This will include relevant charities, as well as investments into affordable housing, such as through the Housing Australia Future Fund. While any homeless person being provided a place to live can be considered a success, this business would ideally expand to be nationwide, with a continually increasing customer base. As established, there are over 100,000 homeless people in Australia who could benefit from this scheme, which is a consistent demand. That said, as a social enterprise, the end goal of the business would be an end to homelessness, at which point the service itself would be unnecessary. While somewhat limited from a business standpoint, we would like to reiterate that an end goal is appropriate given the seriousness of the issue. Acting as an intermediary, there are few resources required for its operations. So long as there are available empty rooms, the only resource necessary would be the phones of employees used to contact customers. A small office space could be utilised for coordination purposes, although it likely would be unnecessary in the early days of the business, at which point employees would be able to work from home depending on their role. On that note, the responsibilities of employees would include one or multiple developers to create the app itself, as well as a team to maintain the app and advertise the business. Staff would further be made up by those in customer service roles who file the phone numbers of homeowners and keep the contact details of local homeless people. Finally, there would be a team dedicated to meet with homeless people in the area who otherwise may be difficult to contact and introduce them to the service. To summarise, homelessness is a consistently prevalent issue today, and the great number of empty rooms in the country provides an obvious means to help. Such is the goal of our business, and we hope you will consider offering your own support in our pursuit. Thank you for your time.